Hi guys, this is Eunice and welcome to my channel. Welcome to Short Herbal Medicine. And before we get into the herbal knowledge for today, I just want to pop in and say a few things before we get started. Okay, I want to thank everyone that has been sending me questions and so forth. I appreciate it so much and so forth. And if I can help in any way or do some research for you, get you that information and so forth, I'm happy to do that as well, because we do want to live a wellness life and we do want to pass on the goodness and so forth. And one of the things about herbal medicine and so forth, even though it's herbal medicine, it does have some powerful health benefits and things like that. So you can't just jump into herbal medicine and start taking it and this and that and so forth. You really do need to do some research on it. You really need to seek a herbalist or healthcare provider on this herbal supplement. And remember that these herbal supplements God has blessed us with, and so far has blessed us with, has been used since biblical days, centuries and centuries ago, and so far. This is how God had laid it out for us. For medicine, we had herbal supplement that grows, and for food, same thing, grow from the ground and so forth. So also take that knowledge with you and so forth, but also, take the knowledge and so forth as to what medicine is today, what the medical industry is, or healthcare industry, I should say, is today. So you need to take all these things you need to have all these things in mind and so forth when it comes to your health and so forth. And I'm so glad to be able to give you some information to help you on your way. So let's get started. Hi guys, this is Eunice and welcome to Short Urban Medicine. Welcome to our Short Urban Knowledge. And I am really excited today to share this information with you. And today is all about the liver. We're going to talk about licorice root and how beneficial it is to the liver. Um, as you know, I always say before you begin any herbal regimen, seek a herbalist or healthcare provider and so forth. And a lot of the people that have discussed liver issues with us have already been to the doctor and already taken traditional medicine. So you have that. So we do have quite a bit of information to share with you today about this. This licorice root has been used for centuries and centuries and centuries and so forth. We know that once the liver is damaged, I mean really damaged to a certain part, like cirrhosis of the liver from alcohol and whatever and so forth, there is no actual repair of the liver and so forth. But if you do have liver issues, and I know you probably heard a lot about fatty liver and so forth. A lot of commercials has been coming on the television about that as well. But if you do have signs of liver issues and so forth, the best way is to go ahead and immediately start some kind of treatment and so forth and things like that. Because the simple fact of it is that once the liver is gone, it's gone. Okay, and you will need to have a replacement for liver and so forth. Also, too, I did see a couple commercials that said that a reason why some people can't even lose weight is because the fat of the liver, fatty liver, and all that and so forth. So in my opinion, I believe that these things could be addressed and the liver can be helped and treated and so forth for these things and so forth. But again, when the liver is damaged and, damaged and so forth completely and so forth, then there is no helping. The liver will actually just need to be replaced. You only have one liver, and if it's completely damaged and so forth, it will have to be replaced. But yes, you can treat the liver. They also do have other supplements and so forth. other supplements and so forth that helps treat the liver. They do have one I just seen this morning called Dose or something like that. They help treat the liver. It's something that you can drink each day to help cleanse the liver and so forth and everything. And that's a good idea. To get on that, help keep the liver cleansed, help stop the buildup of fat and so forth in the liver, and help the liver to continue functioning as it should be functioning and so far and all that. So and I have my little notes because licorice root is not something that that all the benefits and so forth just come off the top of my head. We do get a few clients and so forth that want licorice roots and so far. One of the main reasons is for liver cleanse and all that. And then licorice also aids in with a lot of other health benefits and also aid help. I'll get it right in a minute. I'm not going to edit that out either. But licorice roots will aid the liver in a lot of ways, and it does have a whole lot more benefits and so forth. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it and so forth. Let's start off with what the benefits of the licorice offers and so forth. And yes, I need my glasses on. Okay, licorice root has antioxidant and anti-inflammatory aspects, and this is one of the ways it help benefits the liver with that. It also prevent aid in fatty liver disease and so forth, which we were just talking about. Fatty of the liver is fatty liver disease and so forth. Also, it helps improve the liver enzyme and so forth. And the liver enzyme is what helps the production or the processing of what goes into the liver to help produce it, get it out of the liver. Okay, again, even in my research and so forth that I just did, it also cautions you and so forth to say, seek a healthcare professional and so forth. And if you do have chronic liver disease, high blood pressure, heart problems, or low potassium and so forth. And again, I always encourage people to see the doctor. I would never say not to go and see a doctor, especially with something so serious as the liver and so forth. And when you go see the doctor and so forth, and whatever treatment it is whatever treatment there is, if it is working for you, then there's no reason to seek any alternative help and so forth for the liver. But if you are seeking alternative help for the liver, then you may want to do your research and seek out licorice roots and so forth because it aids the liver and all that. So it does help. Okay. So also, of course, if you are pregnant and things like that, you want to avoid all these things and so forth. You definitely don't want to do anything or take anything without your doctor's permission and so forth. Now, licorice root can come in two formats. It comes in herbal capsule, and it also is a tea. I would drink the herbal tea. Licorice root actually tastes pretty good. It's one of the herbs that's kind of tasty and so forth. It's kind of like has a sweet taste to it and so forth. So that is one of the herbs, because most herbal medicine that you take is not going to be, it's going to be, the taste is going to be quite difficult and so forth. But because you're trying to get healthy, you're going to get past that. One of the, there are two, is the most bitter herbal medicine that I know of that I have tasted, and that is burdock root and mother. What is that? I can't think of it. My husband used to drink that, and so far, it is also good for respiration, respiratory, and so far. But anyway, those are two of the worst tastes that I had. But burdock root is a good herb, a great herb. And And we have the lawnmower people back today. But I am also glad that they are mowing the yard today because they did skip Thursday. Just a little off the topic subject. Say. Okay, back. Okay. Licorice also aid in the digestive system. It also aid in the respiratory system. It also aids in skin health. Drinking skin health. It aids the skin. Oral health. Also immune system, and it does have the adrenal function, and it also helps pain because it does have the anti-inflammatory properties, so it will have joint pain and things like that. So it does offer you a whole lot more and so forth than just a herb for the liver and so forth. But we're focusing on the liver today and so forth because we did have a client who contacted us and so forth and wanted to get information and so forth and things like that. So, I'm not a doctor and I'm a herbalist and so forth, and all I can do is recommend that you do your research. You do the research or seek a herbalist or healthcare provider for them to do the research for you and to assist you with what other traditional medicine that you are taking. Traditional medicine is considered the medicine that you are getting from your doctor and so forth and everything. And there are certain herbal medicine and so forth that you can take along with the traditional medicine in order to improve your symptoms and so forth. And I say this because your health is your number one priority and so forth and everything, and all that. But we have to have doctors, we have to have lawyers, and all that, especially in this era. Now, back in the day, in biblical days, they didn't have doctors, or they had maybe medical men or those people that knew about medical stuff. And the bottom line is they did use herbal medicine, herbs that grown for this purpose, herbs that are grown for this purpose, herbs that are grown for medical, and herb for eating and so forth, for food and so forth. So you do have two. You have herbal medicine that grows, and then you have herb that you can eat, like um, let's see, one basil, sage, and so forth. Those are for medical and for eating. You can put these on your food, and so does licorice root. You can also add licorice root to your salads and things like that. It has like a sweet taste to it and so forth. And we do have that in capsule and tea. I will drink the tea and so far. Because tea usually get to the points a lot quicker than the actual capsule do, and all that. So, you know how I do. I want to go ahead and spin off the topic and so forth and give you one of those long stories, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to go ahead and give you the facts that I have researched and so forth on this subject and all that. And even when I do know a subject really well and you can just ask me a question and it just like comes off the top of my head and so forth, I still rather have notes and so forth, because when you get talking, you get sidetracked and things like that, and then you miss stuff that's important. And so that's why I always have my notes and so forth with me and everything. And I want to go back over and so forth to see if I did miss something. Sometimes I do. Okay, so we are talking about the licorice root, and we're talking about mainly the health benefit for the liver, even though licorice root has more health benefits, than just the liver and so forth. It has an antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effect, and that's one of the reasons why it helps you with joint pain, is because of that anti-inflammatory effect. Okay, it also helps prevent fatty liver disease. You hear a slew of information about fatty liver disease on the TV, the commercials, and so forth, as I was, telling you about and so forth. um, and all that, and so far. And licorice root will, help with that, and so far. And if anyone has fatty liver disease and so forth, I am certain that they are already seeing the doctor, or they should be seeing the doctor. Okay. It also improves liver enzyme. Liver enzyme is what helps the process of foods and things that go into the liver. So it helps improve the function of that. Okay, we got the lawnmower back. Okay, and before you begin herbal regimen, before you begin a liquid regimen, so for seek a herbalist or healthcare provider, and so forth, because when we're dealing with the liver, we are dealing with something very, very serious, and so far, and I am sure that you would need all the medical and supplemental medical information that you can get. Okay. And of course, you know that licorice root is not a forever usage, and so far, just like anything else, you is for a short time use if you are using it for the liver and all that stuff and everything. So it's not one of those supplements that you can just do daily and just continue using daily, daily, daily. Okay. Other issues that liquid fruits will help benefit you is the digestive system, the respiratory system, skin issues, ore issues, and so forth. Also, the immune system, it helps with that, and the adrenal function, it helps with that as well. And as I said earlier, also pain, it also aids in pain, joint pain relief, and all that. So this is definitely a great herb to have around. It also aids with the kidney as well, and so forth. And again, if you are pregnant and so forth, you would only use this herb if your doctor say you can use this herb or any other herb really, and so forth. So I hope this information will help you. If it does not help you, maybe it will help someone that you know. Pass it on, pass this information on. Do your research, look it up, get as much information about this as you possibly can. Seek a herbalist or healthcare provider. If you need someone to help you do the research and help you to look it up and help you to know what this herb do or don't do. If you have any questions for me, put them down below in the comments and so forth, and I will get back with you on that and so forth, and everything. But yeah, this um topic came to me from a potential client who is asking and so forth about licorice, about fatty liver disease. And when someone brings a topic to me, I like to do some research on it, bring it up, and pass the information along that I've gotten through research and things like that. Pass it on and so forth to help you. And what I do is give you the bullet points and so far, but there's so much more information to this than just what I'm giving you so far. That's why it is important for you to do your research or have someone do the research for you and so forth, and before you begin this licorice regimen and so forth, and do your own research and so forth. And I'm until next time and so forth, we will have another great herbal knowledge for you. And of course, I don't know what it is as of yet, but we will have another herbal knowledge for you to help you and so forth. Because the bottom line is, we all want to live a wellness life. We just don't want to live. We want to live a wellness life. We want to be able to do some of the things that we want to do. We want to be able to move around and things like that and so forth. So, and any help that we can get it is important for us to do research on it, and do research on it to see if that will help us and so far. And even the traditional medicine with the doctors and so far, do your research on that. Do your research on that. They got plenty of information out on every medicine that's in the doctor physician book and so far. And that's where the doctors get most of their information. It's called the physician's desktop. It's book of pills, and so far. And you can do your research on any dosage or prescription that the doctor give you. You can do your own research on that to make sure not only a herbal supplement is good for you, but also to know that this medicine is also good for you. That's going to help you in so far and all that. So we'll see you on the next herbal knowledge. Bye.